Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and today we're going to be reacting to and talking about a highly actually requested song. A lot of people had requested, so I'm curious to see why people had requested it. And because I'm going to be honest, I've done a lot of different versions of The Weeknd's Save Your Tears. He's been promoting this song significantly for the past year and a half. More so, I would even debate than Blinding Lights. I think that song blew up huge on TikTok, but I don't know if I even really remember him promoting it all that much. I don't know. I don't typically remember. I just know that every single opportunity that he's on the award show, he's been singing "Save Your Tears." So I'm curious to see how it differs. So there was so many requests. I'm like, I should check this out, and I'm curious to see why it's different than all the other ones. So that being said, this is "Save Your Tears" live from the iHeartRadio 2021 featuring Ariana Grande. So as always, if you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is checking out my own music, original music out there, anywhere you stream music. If you want to check out the Patreon, there's a whole bunch of different options out there, and it's fun because we do weekly Zoom calls with the patrons. So thank you very much for everyone who's already a part. And this is The Weeknd, still trending on music on YouTube.
Saw you dancing in a crowded room. You look so happy when I'm not with you. But then you saw me, caught you by surprise. A single teardrop falling from your eyes.
Alright, let's pause right here for a sec. There's a lot of things I want to talk about. One of the first few I've seen, I want to say I've done a couple, maybe like 5 videos where there's actual crowds in the wherever they are, the stage area. This is one of the ones where you actually really hear stereo crowd. It's got to be such a good feeling to actually hear the crowd. So what you're really hearing is you're hearing. I kind of wish you heard a little bit more of the music in the background, but you hear mainly his voice. Even that's a little quiet, but you hear a lot of the crowd. And I wonder if the engineer was like, yo, we haven't had crowds for a year and a half, and we actually have crowd mics where you can actually hear the crowd, where you're actually recording the crowd. Let's pump the crowd, because that gives a different energy that might be out there when there's no crowd.
I don't know why I run away.
Classic.
I make you cry when I run away. So
Dude, that is his classic thing. Every single video I've seen, he always does that say kind of thing, which is funny. Dude, I gotta say though, his intonation is top tier. Like, you can obviously see he's singing live. There's just things about it you can tell that he's singing live. For example, like the mic placement, the coordination of how his lips are moving according to the actual notes he's singing. A huge thing is facial expression. A lot of people don't realize that, like, sometimes if the facial expression doesn't match what the singer's actually singing, you can tell it's not live. But intonation is the accuracy of pitch, and where if it's sharp, flat, or actually on the note. And or if it bends up or bends down or anything. Intonation is important, and his is actually spectacular. He's really good at staying on key.
girl, take me back, 'cause I wanna stay. Save your tears for another.
It's gotta feel so good. You can hear that vocoder, which is one of my favorite parts about the song, going on in the back, and I see lots of crowd sing. But it's gotta be one of the best. Oop, my bad. One of the best feelings to have a live crowd back here.
'Cause I wanna stay. Save your tears for another.
Oh, see him cue the crowd beforehand?
I
Where's that go, Kelly?
said tears for another day.
Right there, you see him kind of slide up to that note right there on the tears. Good example of actual live performance. But everything else is so on key.
Tears for another day.
I wish the vocals were louder.
I keep my distance 'cause I know that you don't like when I'm with nobody else.
You see him mouthing words, dude. She has such a distinct timbre of voice. Timbre of voice can be described as, like, for example, a full voice, a thin voice, a bright voice, a warm voice. She has this very full-bodied voice, which is kind of ironic because she's such a tiny little girl, woman. But like, she's just you like, whoa, like there's so much power and fullness in it. It's like not just so. I'm trying to think. For example, a male version of a straight and bright voice would be somebody like Adam Levine. Who sings with Maroon 5. More broader voice for, like, say, a male singer would be John Mayer. it's like a wider, broader kind of area sound. She has a good example of the broader sound, not necessarily as airy as John Mayer might be, but I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Maybe Taylor Swift might have more of that straight and narrow kind of direct voice, and she has more of the rounded voice. It's super unique though. Or her timbre voice, while a wide voice is not necessarily unique, her specific timbre is distinctly recognizable.
Couldn't help but I put you through hell. I don't know why I run away. I'm sorry, I make you cry when
Hear those background harmonies?
won't take me back 'cause I wanna stay. So say your tears
Notice how she changed that note with her jaw. That was interesting.
back 'cause I wanna stay. So
Stay. See, those are all vocal techniques that I'm not super familiar with. That's actually stay. That's interesting.
won't take me back 'cause I wanna stay. So say your tears for another. I've realized that it's much too late, and you deserve someone better. Save your tears for another day. Let's go. I said save your tears for another
Notice she does the jaw and her wrists are insane. Oh, nice arpeggio across that.
I'll run away.
That's wild, man. I don't know if that's considered whistle tone or just her falsetto, but that whistle tone is like super high notes. It was a lot more airier than I'm super familiar with, so I don't know if that was whistle. So maybe somebody can let me know in the comments if that is considered whistle versus really high falsetto. That's wild. That's wild. And then go back to the regular thing is wild. Hear that vocoder coming back in? Nice. Very cool. Great performance, honestly. I definitely enjoyed that. I hope you guys did also. As always, you can leave a comment. Like, that's how I got to know this one. You could also text me if you have any requests. That's probably the best way to reach out. If you have any questions or anything, you could also text me if you want to say what's up. Appreciate all the support. Want to check out my music? It means a lot to me. I'll see you in the next video. God bless and peace out.